What's happening, crypto fan? Welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content, so thank you. This video is about Fluff World Thingies, art by Thingies, and what lies in store for Thingies in the Fluff world and FutureVerse moving forward. The biggest question on most people's mind is going to be, what is a Thingy? So we'll get straight into what the Thingies actually are. We've covered them a little bit in other videos. I'll drop some cards there for them. Give them a watch. Let us know what you think. Fluff World's an absolute beast. But for this video, what a Thingies. Well, Thingies are a new generation of intelligent digital spiders here to drive the creative AI revolution. Each Thingy is a 3D game-ready avatar with a unique abstract fur pattern generated by altered state machine AI. Again, another ASM partner within the FutureVerse. But Thingies aren't just works of art themselves, they're art working. Each Thingy connects to an altered state machine's community-driven AI protocol and is able to create and mint its own generative art as original NFTs. Grab yours and start creating today. So as you can see, it's a game-ready avatar. The speculation there is as wide as all scope within gaming. Maybe potentially see Thingies as NPCs, as companions, as players in games in the future. Who knows how far the game-ready avatar aspect is going to go. But Thingies producing art at the minute is pretty fascinating. It is a way of earning passive income from a Metaverse asset. And the world's not even created yet. So God knows what it's going to be able to do for you when FutureVerse and Fluff World are actually out there. We'll talk about that a little later in the video. For now, we will have a look at the art by the Thingies. If we look at a Thingy and its price, it's around £290 there, £296.80 if you're going to be anal about Ether being around £1,000 at the moment. It will be around that price. So for just under £300, you can have an asset that every now and then will produce a piece of art. Now again, we're going to be on recently sold. So we know the art has sold, the assets have sold. These are sold prices, the last sale. Someone paid these prices. One's only £10, £8, £12. Some of them are not much, £9.50. But then some are £70. Some people have paid £70 for a piece. So there's definitely a gap in the market there, and there's potential in the market there for you to buy a Thingy for around £300 and then not long after selling 10 to 30 pieces of art be in a profit. Now, it's not just a matter of buying a Thingy and producing art. If you've already got one, you'll have been through this process. It's how it works. You connect your wallet, you start printing, you wait for it, you alter it, you make it official. What's not really said there is moon rocks. Moon rocks will be needed to produce the art from Thingies. Now, they're not expensive. So again, as long as you factor in the moon rocks into the price that you're selling the art at, you're still gonna gain a profit. But since Thingies crawled from the mycelium network some time ago, they haven't quite been themselves. Fluff World's favourite furry artists appear trapped in a dreamland, with the artistic expression of their visions from this realm few and far between. A conundrum indeed. You can get your hands on those tasty treats for your Thingies by heading to the underground store. So if we actually went to the underground store, if you don't have a Thingy in My Assets, you can't set up to start producing art in the first place. But if you did have a Thingy, you would need to come to the store first, purchase some moon rocks, and then you would have moon rocks in the wallet that's linked to the Thingy, and you're good to go. When it seemed Hope was all but lost. The enigmatic Professor Sparkinski had other startling revelation. His robo-Thingie had found its way into a mycelium sample in his workshop and produced a dazzling mural unlike anything he had ever seen. Could mycelium be the key to unlocking Thingie's latent creativity? A conduit to the dreamlands. Brilliant! Just like that, moon rocks were born. So you feed your moon rocks in, you get your art out. Sounds pretty simple. Moon rocks represent a scientific breakthrough, unlike any other, a revolutionary superfood, guaranteed to send your Thingie's creativity to the moon, useful as both an energy source and an irresistible reward. Feed some to your Thingie whenever inspiration calls and watch the magic happen. Simply head to your secure online store, purchase moon rocks with Asto, and you will have a steady supply of moon rocks to maximize your Thingies. So you'll have to buy the Asto, then buy the moon rocks with the Asto. Kind of come to the Cortex at the moment because I wanted to have a little dabble in this just in case I want some in the future, and I think I'm going to put a little bit more in, to be honest. But I've got a tiny little bit of Asto energy, basically staked in the genome mining. I've got some Asto giving me Asto energy, and I might put some more in. But that's to get Asto energy to mint brains. So again, it's an ASM partner. You want Asto to purchase the mines from Fluf World. You see, I've got none in the balance at the moment. We've got a tiny little bit of ether there. We could potentially purchase some Asto and get some moon rocks, but don't need moon rocks until you have Thingies. What can the Thingie do? Is there anything beyond the art? What lies in the future? So, in the same way that each Thingie has a unique fur pattern, each work of art generated is going to be different from the next, ensuring that the variability across the board is maintained. So artwork is kind of dictated by the fur. So it might be something to look at in fur traits. If you go to buy one, just if you just want one, just go and buy any, buy the cheapest one. It doesn't really matter. But if you're specifically looking for a certain type of fur, you could do a little bit of research into the current art. Right, let's just go. Right, the current art, Fluf World art by Thingies. Right, we're gonna go to the filter, and we're going to go to style painted by. We can go specific traits, backpack types, the style, normal celestial forest. So we can have a little tweak with the rarity ranks and the quantity and all the other stuff to see which fur and which rarity types are producing the best art, or not necessarily the best art, just the art you want. Like, what furs produce this as opposed to this, as opposed to this? What furs producing your £6 pieces that are just going for literally £6 to £10, and which furs are producing these ones that are going for 20, 30, 40, 50, £70? Do a little bit of research before you buy one, or just throw in and get the cheapest one. You can see there's a lot of variety in fur, which means there's going to be a lot of variety in the art. What's in the bag? Thingies have a range of backpacks, packing untold surprises. How they influence their art is a mystery waiting to be solved. So there's something in the backpack that dictates something to do with their art. Now that might be a future update. We have got later in the video and a link in the description of a YouTube video we'll be shouting out towards the end. This one will let you know that Thingies are going to be a lot more than just artists in the future. What's in their backpack might play a vital role in what's to come. A colourful nature with new features in the works, Thingies will soon be ready to venture outside the studio and let their magic run wild. And I would imagine that's the point. They start dipping into them backpacks. First with paint. Paint is the first of many Thingies utilities, with more set to be unlocked soon. So Lucid Dreaming being one of them features unlocked. Lucid Dreaming is the first major update to Thingies art, enabling you to take your creativity to the next level. So altering the artwork. Lucid Dreaming allows you to alter your Thingies artworks by applying a distinct art style after the artwork has been generated. Applying art styles drastically changes the look of each artwork, giving you more freedom to express your creativity. That might be what we're seeing in the marketplace there. If you do a little bit of research, I haven't done it on this deep, but if we did, we might see that some of them more expensive images are coming through the Lucid Dreaming update. Art styles. There are 7 art styles you can choose from, all based on either famous artists or distinct themes. These are Pablo Picasso, Surreal, Van Gogh, Geometric, Salvador Dali, Alien and Robot. Each backpack has access to all 7 styles. Each backpack has access to all 7 styles. That is interesting. That right there is coming from the backpack, which suggests that certain backpacks are going to have specific traits in the future. This is available to all backpacks, each backpack, any backpack. I mean, my head works a little weird at times, but that's what I'm getting from it. Let me know in the comments if you're getting the same feeling. But regarding backpacks, they're the same backpacks, different colours. Alright? And all that seems to have sold at the moment is them backpacks. So let's go to what do they think's the big dogs? Price high to low. The big dogs are the Thingies. People hoping for tax dodgers. Someone's hoping someone spends 100 Ethereum on that. The robot ones are extremely interesting, I must admit. So the robot backpack straight away is looking different than the other backpack, but you've got pumpkin backpack there, you've got other kind of backpack there. There are multiple variations of backpacks and then multiple color variations of said backpacks, which could lead to some specific traits and features in the future. Backpack Robo, 0.73% have this trait. Very interesting. The mechanics is it costs 1 moon rock to alter an artwork with an art style. You can revert your altered artwork back to the original. However, you will not get your moon rock refunded if you choose to do so. Try as many different styles as you want until you find your favorite. So as said before, moon rocks, you're looking at $2 per moon rock. So by the time you've bought a moon rock, you spent $2 on the piece. You alter it with another moon rock, $2 on the piece, that's $4 on the piece. And to mint it's another moon rock, $6 on the piece. You're gonna want to sell that at $10 up to make a markup profit. But again, as said, after you've sold several to 10 to 20, 30 pieces of art, depending on the price, you will be in profit from your Thingie just off the art. Thingies will also become builders. Now, disclosure, video disclosure. If this gets pulled, if me playing this gets flagged on copyright and that, it will be muted in the video. So please just go and give it a cheeky little watch yourself. Watch the whole thing or just watch 109, 20 odd onwards. We're going to give this a little play in a minute. And we'll just play it for a couple of minutes. Hopefully it won't be flagged by copyright. But if it is, it'll be mute as you're watching. And I'll be back in a sec. A
really interesting, future that we're probably, coming upon.
But the main thing is to make sure that in all of the stuff we do in the FutureVerse that we're we're teaching people about this really important thing for society, and we're giving them the tools to be these cyborgs that can enhance their existence through artificial intelligence. Like another really simple thing that we're doing is, if you look at a lot of these metaverse worlds and applications where they're relying on this creator economy, right, to build the stuff that exists in that world. Again, a lot of them are empty because A, there are no people there. B, not everyone wants to build. Some people just want to like hang out and chill out with their time. And C, even if you do want to build, you might not have the time or experience to learn how. And so we've created the Thingies within the FutureVerse, and the Thingies are creators. And so now you have a sidekick that can help you make stuff. And at the moment it's making art. And then the next phase, it will start to make objects that you can use inside of these metaverse worlds. So now you can be a creator of things inside the worlds. And the next stage after that is it can create spaces. And so now you can have this personal metaverse that's created by your sidekick that you exist in, you can invite your friends into. So give people the tools to be creative in a way that they never were before.
I used to have this very...
So right there, Thingies will be builders in the future, not just of objects. That's coming soon. Thingies are going to build objects soon. But doesn't stop there. Doesn't stop at them building objects. It went on to say they'll build spaces. Now, spaces, again, can be a broad spectrum. We can, on one end of the spectrum, just call a space a room. I'm in a space now, in my bed, in this room, literally, small room. Or we could go all the way up to a space that's literally a landscape. We could say I'm in Manchester, I'm in England, I'm in Europe. The space is a broad spectrum. Now, I would imagine at first it's just going to build spaces like burrows, dens, workshops, malls, build a cinema for you. Who knows? But eventually it may build full landscapes and more. You may have AI in the future that can build a game with you, add missions to your landscape. It's fascinating, and it's just the beginning. We've said before, FutureVerse, Fluf World, Walker World, Crypto Walkers all becoming a beast. We've got the female Walker mint later on tonight. I'm hoping to grab one. We'll see what happens. There'll be a video Friday about that, if not before. Potentially a good investment, a thing, potentially a very good investment, not only paying back reward through art you can sell, but being an active member and builder companion in the FutureVerse, the open metaverse being built by many partners. That's it for this video. If you got this far, thank you very much. Give it a like, give it a share, show your friends, get them in on the action, especially friends with kids. Drag them and say, listen, I understand this might not be for you, but have a look at it for your kids, because if you're wondering what kind of job your kid's going to have in the future, there is a very good chance they can earn a living inside a world like this by owning assets like Thingies, creating art, selling art, and even just flipping assets here, there, and everywhere else. So yeah, thumbs up on the Thingies from us. We might still buy one. Yeah, I am that close to just swapping some of another token and grabbing one. You may find next week I do own one, so we'll see what happens. Enjoy the rest of your day and week. Enjoy your Christmas if you don't see me before then. It was a pleasure, and as always, live long and odor, baby. See you on the next one. Peace.